Hey guys, welcome to the SimRacingPaddock. I'm William Marsh, and this is my first live stream of 2019. It's been a rough couple months, but I'm finally able to start really getting back on camera and making new videos, things like that. And let's start off by wrapping up this Sim Racing System Championship. This is the SimRacingPaddock Retro 70s F1 Championship. Final round is going to be at Imola. And this should be an interesting way to wrap up the series. Let's take a quick look at the standings before really doing some practice. Unfortunately, a couple weeks ago, I was with family and missed the 4th week. We had a server issue basically invalidate the 5th week. So, unfortunately, I'm mathematically eliminated from the championship. So, David Montecinos, he has 387 points. I'm down in 10th place with 219. Only 7 points ahead of Bo Adams. So, we got to be careful or else we're going to drop out top 10 this series. But we're only going to have 4 races this championship for me. So, this should be good. I want to try to get a good finish. Feasibly, I could see ourselves maybe jumping to 8th in championship. Jeff, he is only 26 points ahead. So we are within reason of jumping to 8th. I can't guarantee it, but my goal, stay in top 10 in the series, should be a good event, but for now, we need to practice. And also, one thing you'll note is I got my Fanatic rim back. So, if you guys remember, I was talking about an issue I had with the Sim Racing Machines adapter that allows you to use Fanatic rims on an open sim wheel and use all the buttons. And Simon, the head of Sim Racing Machines, he was awesome to work with. He sent me a new upgraded converter that he just released the new conversion kit December. He said it's a little more reliable, a little better grounded. And also I was able to diagnose the issue I had before. So there's this part right here, and it has the pins in it. So I'm not sure if it'll focus, but you'll see it has the pins. And if you look at a Fanatic rim, so let me just pull out my Formula rim. You can see the pins are inside. The pins will match up. This goes inside the Sim Racing Bay Fanatic adapter. So this had an issue with the wires. So the wiring was glued in, and somehow the glue separated. I hope you can see on this one. Or I'll just show it here. So you can see there's separation. And that caused the wires to sort of pull out a bit and would cause an open circuit. And that's what would trigger all the buttons and would basically cause issues while driving, especially in R Factor 2, I noticed. So now I've been testing a few hours with this this fixed adapter, and no problem whatsoever, works just great. And Erodzitis, this was not a Fanatic issue. This was not a Fanatic issue. It was an issue with an adapter. So keep that in mind. Fortunately, with this new adapter, no issues. I looked at the part, looks a lot better, looks a lot more stable, and I still recommend it. Simon was great to work with it with the warranty and everything, and it's working just fine now. So we are going to be practicing the Lotus 72D at Imola. I'm going the wrong way. HI, there we go. I need to make sure all my controls are properly mapped. Yes, yes, yes. And shifter, yep. We should be good to go. Imola is a track I like, but I'm not great at. So this should be interesting to see. Hopefully this will be just fine. I want to make sure game capture picks this up properly in the stream. Hey, I started the championship with Lotus. I'm going to finish it with Lotus. So I know the Ferrari might be the superior car, but I want to finish out this championship strong. So let's turn off the display capture, turn on game capture. Hey, Kevin, how's it going, man? I think I'm going to be gunning for you in this championship, so be careful, man. Just need to make sure. There we go. We got the game capture going. We can hop in the car. And I know the field of view might look a little weird for you guys. It might look a little weird. We are proper field of view with this Alienware 34-inch ultra-wide monitor. And Smooth7, thank you for that donation. Thank you very much.
Good to see you, brother. What is planned for 2019?
Plan for 2019. More reviews, more racing. I really want to make an effort to up the production quality in my videos, though. So you can see, like, I'm right now still in the garage studio. It's a bit of a mess right now because in December I had the mold in my room and unfortunately had that issue I had to deal with. Had to move stuff out of my room into the garage and it's still a bit of a mess. I'm still sorting things out, but now things are starting to get a little easier and it's giving me more time to get back to videos and my work, so that's always a plus. And I want to be able to put out more quality content. I think next up, my next two reviews will be the SimLab GT1 Evo Cockpit and then the Thrustmaster T Racing headset. So I have the Thrustmaster T Racing Scuderia Ferrari headset that I'm going to be reviewing. Also, I have the AIOLOGS shifter, which I love, but I need to get the review out so people will get to see my thoughts on it. Spoiler alert, it's a great shifter. A couple minor things are holding it back in my opinion, but it's a great shifter. So there's that. I have a couple other cockpits I need to review. I've had this Visaro cockpit sitting next to me for about 2 months now, and I need to finally share my impressions on that soon, so that should be a fun video to put together as well. So yeah, there's a lot of great content coming up for the channel. I just need to get it done. Yeah, Teddy, I definitely know that feeling because actually I loaned one of my cockpits to one of my friends who's the youth pastor at my church. And it's for like use at the church young groups, like the youth ministry. And he ended up buying a Logitech G29 and I was hanging out with him this afternoon and he was, we were trying to fine tune it and driving a G29 after driving this, a direct drive wheel or even a belt drive wheel, it will spoil you. I felt so weird going back to a gear drive wheel. But yeah, it's fun though, like going back to a gear drive wheel, just reminiscing on where you come from in a way, because I went from a G25 to a T500 RS to CSL Elite Club Sport wheel and now this. As my daily drivers, I should say. My clutch is a little loose. I need to tighten that up after the stream. He's actually never driven a direct drive wheel yet, so I have yet to spoil him. I have to find time to, though. Okay, Let's try flying lap. Very understeering to the first corner. We need to see if there's anything in the setup market. Imola, Tabdullah, qualifying setup. Why not? Let's give this a try. Mr. Blonde, yes, that lap was amazing. I was watching that lap because I had to get my tires replaced on my car. I got a flat in my right front, and I had to basically spend an hour and a half waiting for my tires to get replaced. And I was just browsing the Sim Racers Facebook page, saw that lap. Oh my gosh, he was pushing hard. And I saw a little bit of debate regarding track limits. And he's like, what are track limits to max? And something is, in iRacing, like, he was within the track limits. He wasn't running, like, into on-off track or anything like that. He wasn't cutting the course according to the spot or anything. So it's a fair lap. If you are given that much ground, you can take it. That's the nature of competition. Try to get every competitive edge you can. This is qualifying setup. The guy doesn't correct his steering mid-corner. He's turning left. He does not need to correct himself. I might need to reset center for this wheel. I'm just noticing it's pulling a little to the right. We'll see how it feels in my hot lap, but it feels like the wheel might be pulling a little to the right. Yeah, it's definitely pulling to the right. I'll give one good lap for you guys, and then I'll reset my center. Oh, lock up. Not good. Okay. Actually, I'm going to reset center right now. So, that's slightly unfortunate. I guess that just came with me re-putting this wheel together. So, open up SimiCube. Yeah, it's about 2 degrees off center. So, 2 degrees isn't much, but it's enough to cause an issue. There we go. Should be good now. Yep, it's tracking straight. That's all I can ask for. Scraping the wall on pit exit. No, come on. I think you can tell I'm a little rusty, guys. Haven't done a race in about, like, 2 weeks. Besides that NASCAR Racing 2003 stream. So, yeah, need to shake off some of this rust, man. Well, at least this will be a good league event to do that. Especially ahead of next championship. Still trying to figure out what I'm going to run, though. So, I'm open to any suggestions on what you'd like to see in the championship. Hey, Stuart, how's it going? Yeah, Kevin, I believe that's already confirmed to be in for next season. Different series, though, so I believe that's going to be there. I was talking with Henrique. I think he confirmed that for me. But yeah, the issue with the Payware mod series is that it's not official content, and sometimes people just can't be bothered to. So I want to just try to do my series with official content. And wow, that car got squirrely down the hill. Thoughts on the Madbox console PC thing? So I'm planning on making my own video about it. I saw that I believe SimRacing 604 did a video talking about it. I haven't watched that yet, but I find myself being skeptical. I think that Slightly Mad Studios is trying to bite off more than they can chew, because they have Project Cars 3 coming. They have the untitled Fast and Furious game that was all but confirmed in 2017. They have the Project Cars Go, that mobile game. They have Project Cars Pro coming. They have the Madbox. They have this game engine. It just seems like they're trying to do way too much, and I just don't see it happening. And I get concerned about these drunken announcements that Ian Bell likes to make, because the Fast and Furious game was in this drunken AMA live stream that was going on, and then this, it seems like he was implying it was his birthday and he didn't want to give away too much while drunk or something like that via Twitter. And forgive me, but I'm skeptical. I'm skeptical. He's saying it's 3 years out. I'll believe it when I see it. I'll believe it when I see a working model and that get specs. That's my idea on it. It's just, talk is cheap, but actually putting a product out there, it takes effort. So it'll be interesting. I'll say that. And I'll happily eat my words if he puts out a good product. But given the track record of Slightly Mad Studios, because apart from Project Cars, nearly every title they've done is flopped. World of Speed, flopped and shut down, I believe. Red Bull Air Race, flopped, shut down. So I just say that I am skeptical. I'm skeptical of it. And the early renders, I think, are a joke. I like that Madbox M RGB look. That looked like an April Fool's joke. It's horribly impractical as a console. That is not something that people would want in their home theater system. They would not want that in a media center. The second concept was a little better, but horribly impractical in terms of placement, and that is not good. To compete with a PlayStation and Xbox, you do need an elegant design and things like that. So I'd say first impressions go a long way, and my first impression of the Madbox is negative. That's my opinion on it. We'll see what happens over the next couple years, but yeah, I'm skeptical. Hey Gene, how's it going, man? Hopefully that answers your question. Need to be a little more conservative. We lost a lot of time last lap, so ease the car in. Little understeer through there. go. Yeah, Gene, Slightly Mad Studios a couple days ago announced that they're entering the console race. Woo! This is gonna be fun. Go. Starting to feel comfortable with the car at the track. There's just some turns I get nervous at. Like going down this hill, this car gets squirrely. So you gotta be careful. I think we're gonna see a lot of cars spin in this corner. Hey, KP9, thanks for that. Yeah, my clutch is loose, so it's not going to inhibit the driving. I got distracted by the clutch there. But it's something I just... yeah. I need to fix that. Guess that's what happens when you take a break from sim racing for about a week. I wonder if the new consoles will have 1080 Ti's. I think they're going to have their own custom chipset. It might be based on the Radeon Vegas. That would be my guess, because a lot of them, they're giving their announcements based off of the... I guess it's going to be Ryzen based. So my guess is it's going to be a Ryzen APU. My guess is it's going to be 8 cores because... we're starting to see games take advantage of multi-core, but also I think clock speed should be higher. Because one of the things that really affected this last console generation was actually the clock speed. Clock speed, in my opinion, was a little more damaging than GPU. Because you see a lot of... because the thing was that the console generation, so... all of these consoles, the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4, they ran on Jaguar-based CPUs. So it was the AMD Jaguar, if I remember correctly. And they were, I want to say they were like 8-core processors, but clocked at about like 1.6 to 2.5 gigahertz, which it's straining the systems. It's straining them, especially in situations like physics rendering and artificial intelligence. So that's why we saw situations such as Project Cars 2 really struggle on consoles compared to PC. That's why we saw titles bottlenecked, similar to like Assassin's Creed Unity. Assassin's Creed Unity had major frame rate issues when you were in crowds. Just Cause, that game had issues with the different physics effects, things like that. So they would have issues with explosions, with physics-heavy situations, because the CPU was lackluster in the consoles. So you go on a PC, it's a lot smoother, a lot more stable frame rate. And I think that's largely in part due to optimization and the being able to better optimize for a PC CPU, which usually runs at a higher CPU speed. You gotta be careful in this corner. Feel the car just want to step out. So, Gene, from what I heard, I don't think the Madbox is going to be crowdfunded. I don't think it's going to be a crowdfunded console. In some of their initial emails, they were claiming that they were going to get all the funding from licensing and investor deals. So, it's not supposed to be crowdfunded, but I know plenty of people in the community who were snake bit by the crowdfunding past of Slightly Mad Studios. So if the Mad Box is crowdfunded, I am not going to support it, because I felt snake bit by Project Cars 1 and also by Project Cars 2. While Project Cars 2 is a great investment, or not investment, great improvement over Project Cars 1, which I did buy into Project Cars 1 back when it was originally crowdfunded, but I did not support Project Cars 2 crowdfunding. But I felt that some of the major issues in Project Cars 1 were not resolved in P-Cars 2. So I felt kind of snake bit by them. And yeah, so that's part of the reason I don't do Project Cars 2 as much. That's part of the reason. And yeah, so I don't feel like I'm comfortable supporting them doing a console if they decide to go the crowdfunding route. Ah, Star Citizen. Going best laps to 148.7. We're practicing race trim right now, though, so. But the car's feeling pretty good right now, I think. So if I remember correctly, the Xbox One X, it has a large VRAM buffer. So it has a lot of video RAM allocated for it, but it still is running on that AMD Jaguar architecture. It's running on that outdated, basically like mobile phone processor, for lack of a better term. And that Jaguar CPU architecture is hurting it. Because even with that, I want to say it's running at maybe 2.6 gigahertz, which compared to, say, an AMD Ryzen architecture, that's running at around 3.6 for most consumer-grade CPUs, or desktop CPUs, I should say. I don't know about the APU performance off the top of my head, but still, it's behind CPU performance. And hey, Shane, how's it going? Alright, it's 5:37 right now. Let's get a couple more laps. That was a 1:48.039. Let's see if we can get into the 47s. Come on, get flat on the throttle. There we go. Little loose out of the corner, but we caught that slide. What's tricky is in the higher downforce cars, you can handle a lot of these turns almost flat. But this is early, like 70s F1. Like, wings were rudimentary at best. So you have to rely on a lot of mechanical grip. You can't trust the aero grip too much right now. Thank you to whoever it was who subscribed. Or actually, wait. No, that's donation. 2 donations. Oh, thanks, guys, for the donations. So, I did do a Q&A interview with Sean 3 years? Or wait. No, 2 years ago. 2017. Almost 2 years ago exactly. I did a Q&A with Sean over at CXC Simulations.
Keep it up. Have a great night.
And thanks for that, Gene. Thank you very much. But yeah, so I've done a Q&A with Sean, and I'd love to do a video with Billy. He only lives about 2 hours from me, so I've been talking with him a little bit about the idea of doing an interview or video with him sometime. I think that would be a lot of fun. And that was a 146.9, okay. So if you push this car, it will reward you, but you can't push too hard or else you'll get snake bit. Like that. Hey, Vasia, thank you. And welcome. Omega, yep. I actually went to the Sharks game yesterday, so I ended up going to a San Jose Sharks game with one of my close friends, Eli. And oh my gosh, that was an amazing game. They won 7-2. And I was really happy about that. And don't forget Crash RTA Motorsports. He's also Californian. And I've talked about the idea of doing something with him as well. He's about 2 hours away as well. He makes some great content. I'm a little jealous of his motion rig personally. Yeah, Omega, that was a great game. Especially because I got to go for free. Because I have a friend from Reddit who had come across some tickets, and her and her husband were like, okay, Will could use them. And I was like, sure, why not? Hey, Shane, I have injuries too. So, for reference, Shane and I are in the fantasy hockey league together, and it's getting competitive. Oh, I caught the grass there. Not good. But yeah, we are getting decent laps. We just need to make sure we keep this car on the track, though. That's what we need to make sure about. Because one of the things I always struggle to remember is that the tires on the back are a lot wider than on the front. So at times I find myself running a little wide, the rear tire catches the grass, and that really upsets the car. So you really want to get this car pretty well behaved under braking, not too squirrely or anything like that. And you should get pretty well behaved car. But right there, yeah, you handled the corner wrong, it will try to kill you. Matthias, that is correct. That's why I'm testing out this qualifying setup. So, yeah, default setup is extremely tight. That's what I felt like. This car, with the qualifying setup you can get from the Setup Market app, is quite a bit freer, which is nice. But under braking, it is squirrely. You can still see the skid marks from where I was just a little out of control. Just a little bit. Here we go, fifth gear. Let's try to get a 46 again. Get the car kicked in there. A little too loose. We're going to likely lose a couple tenths there. But flat out of the corner. Catch the curve. Don't run too wide. Might want to stay in third and then go down to second for this corner. Maybe that would give you a little more speed. You need to get to second to keep the car in the power band going up the hill. Yeah, Shane, Google Assetto Corsa Setup Market. It's a great utility. You need to make an account, though, and sync it, but it's worth it. Oh, Nelly. Yeah, you can just see, if you over push this car, it will try to kill you. There we go. Brake for the corner. I'm just taking it very tentatively into that corner because I was just finding with the car's behavior, it's like danger zone. 4, 45, 46, 46, 69. That's a nice lap. One last lap, and then we will hop out of this session and wait for the lobby to open. Break in, there we go. Swing out. Got my footwork a little tangled up there, but still got the heel and toe down. You gotta be careful going into the throttle out of there. It would be so easy to lose it. Clip the grass a bit, so it might be a little risky braking here. Just trying to take it easy here because I do not want to loop the car around there in the race. Well, this is also my race trim, Victor. There we go, 146.73. And it's getting warm in here, so I'm going to take off this hoodie. Oh my gosh. This car's a challenge. The scary thing is I might need to lower the wing a bit. So I'm going to save this setup. SRP Imola race. So it is 5:47. I don't want to do too much out of the wing because we need the downforce at the front. Let's do 5 and 4. Should give us extra downforce at the front, less on the rear. We should have time for one lap at least. Just keep the car well behaved. Oh my gosh, this car is free. This car wants to spin. But we'll see how fast it is. That's our challenge. Whew. Remember the quote, if it feels like you're under control, you're not driving fast enough. I am definitely not in control right now. Whoa! There we go. As I said, you gotta be careful out of that corner. Why am I using Sequential? Because I don't have an H pattern set up on this rig. There's just not enough room for me to put an H pattern on here right now. That's the simplest answer why. I am making sure to heel and toe though. are getting closer to red line here. We can tell the car's a little tighter now. I said corrected. That was loose. Just pitching this car in, it's such a rewarding feeling when you get it right, but it's just so freaky. Nine minutes left, thank you. I think this is going to be more important that I get a stable race setup rather than fast qualifying, because I think cars are going to spin at this event. And all I really want is a good finish. Hey Matt, how's it going, man? $147.6. Let's get one more lap. Oh wait, what happened to my stream? Something went wrong. Hey Felix, how's it going? Alright. Because it seemed like something went weird with my stream, I just wanted to fix it real quick. So I think this is just too unstable. I'm not going to save it. Alright, so let's turn the display capture back on. There we go. 146.69 was my best lap. Should be okay, I think. Not gonna set the world on fire, but should be pretty good. So we can just take a look at the settings real quick. Or not settings, standings. David Montecino's in first, Adam Beard in second, Austin Naganoski in third, David Blair in fourth, Ignacio Rodriguez in fifth, Ethan Dean sixth, Juanjo Murillo in seventh, Jeff Vanett, he told me to call him that, in eighth, Giancarlo Raggio in ninth, and yours truly in 10th. Bo Adams in 11th, Hector Munoz in 12th, Luke Sky in 13th, Thorsten in 14th, and Pablo wrapping up the top 15. Andrew Karen, looks like, yeah, I think he had to miss the first week, and then second, third, and fourth, and fifth. Okay, so yeah, things like that are going on. So yeah, it's interesting because this championship got a little messy because holiday season. So the third week, or was it third week? No, fourth week we had the we ended up having the that was holidays. So holiday season was on then. That was the 27th, or no, 26th. So day after Christmas, I was busy spending with family. That's why I missed that one. And then Brands Hatch was when we had a major server issue that got resolved 20 minutes after the race should have started. So that was unfortunate. And now this week. So yeah, I apologize for the past couple weeks. It was just weird circumstances. So yeah. But Monza, that was a rough race for us. Donington Park, if you remember, we had a USB issue. A USB issue caused my system to go haywire and caused me to accidentally wreck into Thorsten, which I apologize for afterwards, but it was just a tough circumstance. Nürburgring, that was a decent race for us. I want to say we finished like 4th or 3rd. And then Monza, I'm trying to remember what happened in Monza. I think we got wrecked in the first corner, I think. and that just trashed our aero at a track that's heavily aero dependent. And aeroditis, I ate a little bit, but over the past month, I've lost about 10 pounds, or not 10 pounds, like 6 pounds. So, yeah, one of my goals is by summer, I want to be at about 215 pounds. Right now, I'm at about 230, so lose 15 pounds or so. Stretch goal would be 200. So, right now, weather's getting a little too crazy, so I'm not on the bike yet. But, yeah, it's like, yeah, it's setting some goals for myself. Hopefully, it works out. So, we have 24 drivers signed up for the race. And yeah, it should be a fun event. Adam Beard, Austin. So yeah, some of the top people in the championship. Should be fun. Also, Victor, I think the reason you had that fast time is you're into Ferrari. So there's that. Sim racing with a direct drive wheel can be decent workout. It depends. But yeah, I'd say with a Logitech wheel, not really, because you can easily overpower it. But with a direct drive wheel, this puppy, it can work you out a bit. But yeah, I'd still say weights and bike riding is really good. So yeah, I really got into cycling a few years ago, and I need to get back again. It's great workout, relatively low impact on the knees, which is nice, but it gets the heart rate up. It lasts while you're going. So, yeah. So, the reason I would not do Assetto Corsa Legends for my championship is kind of unfortunate. Because Assetto Corsa Legends is technically an unauthorized rip. So, when I did an AC Legends stream, I got contacted by Jean-Francis Chardon, who is the head of Sector 3 Studios, aka former Simbin, and he said, yeah, I just want to give you a heads up. This is an unauthorized rip. We didn't approve it. Things like that. So, I would not feel comfortable using that content in an official series or something like that. I understand it's a good improvement over what was in GT Legends, but the unfortunate truth is it is something used without permission. Because if you look at the Power and Glory mod for GTR2, or if you look at the other mods, such as the release for R Factor, they had CD checks in place. So you had to verify that you owned GT Legends to be able to utilize the content. That is not in Assetto Corsa Legends. So there's no CD check, but that was a loophole that Simbin allowed for those mods to be released. So it's an unfortunate circumstance, and yeah, so that doesn't go well. Matt, I do not mean motorcycling. I mean cycling, bicycle. And yeah, I do have a motorcycle license though, but I've never owned a motorcycle yet. Actually, we need to put in our setup. So, let's jump out. And we're doing the qualifying trim. Yeah, so the AC Legends mod, it's a good mod, but that's the thing. That's the difficult part about the modding community. So there's that. There's also the situation with that Cadillac CTS-V, or the Cadillac CTS-V, I think, Daytona prototype car that I tested a little while back. It seems like that might have been stolen content as well, unfortunately. Never got an authorization about it, but it was a weird circumstance, which was unfortunate because it was a good car. Matt, it does not have an engine. The engine is my 2 feet. right, let's get comfortable with this car, get a feel for the track, because right now, this track would have a different rubbering in rates compared to what we had in our practice. Hit that corner, little tight on exit. We'll get one practice lap in and we'll get an idea for how we are. Seems like the clutch is a little slow to return. And I think that's because the clutch is a little loose, unfortunately. Can't really do much about that. As long as we're not damaging the engine in my shifts, I'm okay. But yeah, we are seeing cars start to go around, so we gotta be careful. Alright, 148.0, so yeah, we'll figure this out. Yeah, the rebound on my clutch is a little low, unfortunately, but we'll be okay. 10 laps, soft, compound. I'm gonna do 18 PSI. Yeah, I think just the unfortunate circumstances, I tried making this a Lotus-only series. Henrique kind of went over my head, because he is over my head, and made this a Ferrari and Lotus series. And you can see this has turned into a Ferrari championship, which is unfortunate, because I would have loved to have Lotus versus Lotus. Because Lotus is my favorite classic F1 car, but kind of unfortunate, but hey, what can you do? Get some heat, the pressure up in these tires. Because it's kind of deceiving, because the tire blankets make you start with the tires warm, but the pressures aren't there. That's the thing. The pressures are what are also important. There goes one guy off track. We're going to get the slipstream on Hector. He does not have the right gearing. Oh, a little wide there. Not good. Remember, guys, outlaps are more important for getting heat in the tires. I wasn't focusing on a racing line on my outlap. Just saying. That's a bad place to spin right there. I can likely brake a little later in that corner. I just find it good to be conservative. I don't want to end up in the wall. Victor is around. Well, that's 8th quick. Oh, we clipped the grass there. That really upset the car. Oh, that was close. Everyone's wrecking here. This is going to be a crazy race. Trying to push a little further on this corner. There we go. Should be a faster lap. But how much faster? 11 quick. 144, 30, or 63. Out of gas. Whew. Let's go back to pits. Second fastest Lotus. I'll take that. Not bad, but not great. We are beating a few Ferraris, so that's nice. Just unfortunate, this power discrepancy. Because, if I remember correctly, the Ferrari 312 is a year or two newer than the Lotus 72D. So, we need to put some fuel back into... Actually, let's go to SRP Imola race. I'm going to do fronts at 19. We can use a little extra turning. I'm going to do 30 liters to be on the safe side. 4 degrees front wing. We need a little extra turn in. So, engine limiter, 106. I just... We'll bump it up. Why not? I don't think it'll give us extra power. It's just going to give us a little extra power band. Save. Because what do we got to lose, guys? We're not in contention for a championship. Whew. Should be a fun race, though. Should be intense. Okay, Austin second. Should be fun race. Let's hope for the best. So Jeff is... Actually, Matthias got a good lap. So Matthias, Jeff, and Pascal are ahead of me in the Lotus. Whew. Yeah, I think we'll be okay with this setup. My goal is to just be safe this race. We just need to be safe this race. Run a good, clean race. We should be good. So again, let's just take a quick look over our setup. Front wing 4, rear wing 6, that's okay. 30 liters, yes. So we're going to get beaten on the start by these Ferraris. There's just no way to really do that. These Ferraris have more acceleration, I believe. This car is lighter, but the Ferrari just has more power. So we just got to be careful. Don't jump the start. Qualified just outside the top 10. I believe some of these guys are going to spin, though. I believe there's going to be some chaos. Going to first. Guy in the lows behind me got a killer start. That is insane, that start from Maxi. This first turn is going to be painful. Oh, 3 wide and they're wrecking. Just got to keep clean. Keep my nose clean. Please, please, please. And we were clean. A little over rev. We're okay. Whoa, another car's around. Oh. Couldn't defend that. Whoa! He's wide. We're good. They're wrecking behind us. Let's try to behave in chat, guys. I was noticing it was getting a little testy. Let's behave a bit. We're all having good fun here. Another spinner. That's Jeff. That's who we're competing with for 8th in the championship. Oh boy. For the record, Jeff is Kev 20 and our Key 20. He has a couple good videos on his channel, I think. Another car's around. Let's get the car behaved. It's David Montalcino, leader of the championship. Leader of the championship. Fell back, spun out. He might be out contention in 9th. That's big for the championship. Adam Beard is in 2nd. Austin Ognoski's in 3rd. So, Austin, he is a fast driver. He's currently 2nd in the race. Adam Beard. I do not know where Adam is. This will be interesting for the championship hunt. Oh, Adam Beard is behind me. So as it is, Austin might win this championship. This Ferrari's faster. I'm letting him by. Nothing I can really do there. It's better to take it easy. We still have it's almost 17 minutes. Big lockup, 2 cars off track. Think they're far enough forward that we might pass one, but I think, yep, it's a Ferrari. He'll likely pass me in a lap or 2. So Jeff Bonnet, he's in 17th. That's big for championship. Wow, he just really eased off there. I have no clue why. Except he gives me a bump. I gave you in the inside, man. I gave you in the inside. That's going to damage my rear aero. Little lock up there. Way too quick through that corner. That would have been a 1X in iRacing, I think. Oh, big lockup, not good. Yellow flag in front of us. Don't know what's going on in front of us. I saw a car off track. 2 cars off track. Gotta play a little dodge 'em. No! That was a big lockup. Not good. We're gonna lose 1 spot, maybe 2. Thank you to whoever it was who subscribed. Little loose out of that corner. Oh, Martino almost looped the car around there, I think. I almost looped the car around. That was not a good line for Martino in the corner. And big lag behind us, and it led to that car spinning out. Okay. Matt, behave. There we go. Pushing hard. Trying to keep up with these Ferraris, though. That is the struggle. I don't think I can defend against this guy behind me. That was a bit of a corner cut there. We're catching up to a lap down car. That's Malik Martin. Or Malik Martin. Yeah, this Ferrari's going to pass me on the left side. Nothing I can do. Ethan, he is faster. Recommended weight limit, I want to say about 320 pounds or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, this is your first warning, Dubious. You've been like actually living up to your first word in your username. First and only warning. Shane is a mod. I will ask him to remove you from the chat if you just keep on trying to instigate. Same goes for Matt. We're trying to have a respectful, fun chat here, guys. Alright, 7.5 minutes to go. We have decent pace. Well, also for sim rigs, it does depend more on the seat than the rig itself. So this rig, it is about $1,700 without the seat, and then you can add your own seat to the rig. Okay, I don't understand how that Lotus is that fast. I mean, I know I'm making mistakes, but to be as fast as he is? Sheesh. Or that's Kevin? How do you make up so many spots? He locked up. Ferrari off track to our left. He re-entered safely though. I think these soft tires are killing me, though. Or, it wasn't Kevin, it was Jeff. That's my mistake. Sorry, Jeff, for getting your name wrong. I was saying Kev because it's Key20, his username. This is not the GT1 Evo, actually. I need to update the description. This is the Heusinkveld Engineering SimRig GT. I just forgot to update the description. Sorry, guys. That's on me. Fuel light just came on. Trying to catch him. Wow, he got loose through there. Oh, we almost ran off track there. Oh, we gotta be careful. Those two Ferraris behind us are closing in. We're gonna have 2 laps to go now. 2 laps to go. I won't cross the start-finish line. Or roughly 2 laps to go, I think. Maybe 3. Almost looped it around there. I really hope I have enough fuel. Should easily have enough though, I think. But that logo's starting to turn orangish. That's slightly concerning. We just need to do one more lap after this. Oh, shoot. That was not a good turn in. I see yellow flag. Keep our eyes peeled. My guess is that is the last, or a car lap down. Got a little loose there. Just gotta keep pushing. Oh, oh, oh! That's Martino! Martino spun! Oh my gosh! Another incident! What is going on here? Just gotta take these corners safe. On the throttle. There we go. We stole, I think, that is going to be 9th place. Wait, 8th place. Okay. I think. Wow, what a finish. And Pascal, that was kind of uncalled for. Late race, end of race antics. That was... yikes. But hey, we salvaged a decent finish, guys. I'm happy with that. Oh, that just shows the benefit of running clean through the race. We did not have the fastest car, but we salvaged a decent finish. So, yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. But, wow. So, as the race progressed, we got quick. 143.88. Or 822. That is impressive. Dubious, I'm not sponsored by SimLab. I just forgot to change the description in the live stream. So, man, that was a finish, guys. We ended up finishing 8th. Okay, I'm happy with that. But a 139.9. Oh my gosh. That is just crazy fast. Kevin, no, that was not me. That was Pascal. I think you got into it in the chicane, and yeah, that got messy. I was like, whoa, that's uncalled for. But oh my gosh, Kevin, not Kevin, Jeff, I almost got you at the end there. That was close. So, we should get the final standings in a couple minutes. Let's take a look, but wow, that 139 lap by, like, the fast lap, that's nuts. So, we're still waiting on the finish. We're still waiting. Nope. Results came in. And David Montecinos won the championship. David Montecinos, congratulations on your championship. That is some good driving, man. Because I remember David spun out earlier in the race, I saw. So, yeah, that spin caused... I was thinking he was out of it because he fell back. But somehow he came back and with a fury was able to get enough points. But also, hold on a second. Or no, never mind. He was never in danger of losing it. Because he was just too far ahead. So, yeah. Austin, second place in championship. Adam Beard, rounding out the podium of championship. Congratulations. We entered into that final race in 10th. We jumped over Hector and Ignacio and jumped up to 8th in the standings. Jeff jumped up to 7th. So, congratulations. I couldn't get past Jeff. I was hoping that I would be able to compete with him. He did lose points, though, because he must have racked up some incident points in that last race. Because 74 points. I got 81 because I think I had a good, clean race. Except that guy, he did get into my rear when I gave him the inside. So I want to take a look at the race results because that will answer a question I have. So, Jeff, I keep on calling you Kevin, man. Sorry about that. He had 4 incident points. That's what really hit the points for you hard, Jeff. And I had 1 incident point from when I got rear-ended. So I would have had 84 points. I had 81. You would have had 86 and you had 74. I think either way you would have easily passed me because you were about 20 points apart. So yeah, this ended up being a good championship. There were the technical difficulties, so Brands Hatch, that was why unfortunately no results, because there was that unfortunate server issue. And yeah, if I did run at Laguna Seca instead of spending that with family, I would have likely jumped up to 4th place in the standings, I think. I would have been 4th in the standings, possibly, depending on how fortunate it was. But yeah, it was unfortunate. So, Jeeve. Yeah, so Jeeve, by the way, thanks again to Jeeve for making an awesome livery for me. He made the livery, number 53 livery for the championship. Great livery. But yeah, you can't touch the accelerator on a slowdown or else it resets. It's a BS penalty system, but that's unfortunately the way it works. But yeah, guys, this was a good finish. I was pushing. My car was just torched, though. My tires were running out, but to get 144s without the draft in that car, that's intense. It's just unfortunate that some of the cars just were much faster. So, yeah, it's life. I still need to decide what the next championship is going to be. So, yeah, I'll figure it out. And I'll let you guys know in the Discord, on Twitter, or on Facebook. So if you guys haven't already, check out SimRacingPaddock on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or join the Discord with a link in the description. And guys, thanks for watching this championship. Should be a fun one that kicks off next week. I'll keep you posted. But until then, for the SimRacingPaddock, I'm William Marsh. And everyone, have a good rest of your day.